here at Suerte del Sol.
Greetings to everybody in YouTube land. It's time to take a quick look at weeks 11 through 15 of the 2015-2016 Palm Coast Lanes Friday Night Mixed. Blowouts will be a common theme in this 5-week stretch, but in week 11 of the Friday Night Mixed, most of the battles were close. Guys and Dolls' struggles would continue as they would get swept for the third time in 4 weeks, this time to the Sandbaggers. David Evans ripped a 267 in the win. The Steelers had been hot and would easily take care of the Turtle Lickers. The 5 Stars would take 4 from the Alley Cats, where Richie Roser was really good. The 2 close finishes had Mark It Up narrowly beating Highly Medicated, and the L's and C's taking 4 from Joe's Aces, taking Total Wood by just 3 pins. Week 12 of the Friday Night Mix would have as many bowlers bowl fantastically for their teams, and the matchups would not be close. By far and away the biggest blowout of the season would have the Steelers humbling the Sandbaggers, taking 7, and Total Wood by 431 points. Highly Medicated would have little trouble taking 7 for the first time in a 278-point Total Wood win over the 5 Stars. Other big winners would be Joe's Aces over the Alley Cats, the L's and C's over Mark It Up, and the Turtle Lickers over Up Your Alley. In the closest battle, the Oddballs would hold off a charge from Guys and Dolls, taking 5. With an average margin of victory of 225 points, Week 12 would prove to be quite a mismatch. With 1 week until position round number 2, the bowlers and teams look to make a big push, but also not use everything up heading in. 2 massive blowouts would stand in Week 13 of the Friday Night Mixed, while most of the other battles were competitive. The Steelers would finally get stopped by the 5 Stars after Richie Roser ripped a 250 game. Up Your Alley would knock off Highly Medicated in spite of Bill Versek's strong effort. Guys and Dolls would end their losing streak, but the L's and C's would win this one in a close battle. The Eyeballs would blow out Mark It Up, taking Total Wood by over 300 points in spite of Lou Paliuca nearly shooting a 600 series, and the Alley Cats would crush the Total Lickers by 386 points. And these 4 teams would battle again the next time out. Would things turn out different and more competitive? Week 14 of the Friday Night Mix would mark the second position round of the season, and there wouldn't be much in the way of close battles. The L's and C's would easily handle the Steelers, and Guys and Dolls would use a massive 245-point Game 3 win to easily blow out Up Your Alley. The Oddballs would take 7 from Mark It Up again, while the Turtle Lickers would turn the tables against the Alley Cats in their rematch. The Sandbaggers would bowl one of the season's best games, and would beat Highly Medicated, taking Game 3 by 227 points. The only really remotely close battle had the 5 Stars taking 4 from Joe's Aces, but not before James DiStefano and company turned it up to 11 late. Overall, this position round was more of the mismatch round. Week 15 would have some tight battles and not so close finishes. The L's and C's continued to roll as they would take 7 from the Turtle Lickers and would continue to be up by 7. That's because Jessica Sherman would bowl really well, and her Joe's Aces would sweep the Oddballs. They were bowling with heavy hearts. Daniel Millard would rip a 267, but his Highly Medicated would only end up taking 2 from the Steelers, in which Bud Geisey ripped a superb 703 series. Guys and Dolls didn't need to do much in order to take 5 from the 5 Stars. The 2 close battles had Up Your Alley unleash their secret weapon and escape with 5 from Mark It Up, and one of the best battles of the season would have the Alley Cats barely escaping with 5 from the Sandbaggers, where the maximum margin of victory was 13 pins. But the Friday Night Mix would be shaken to its core as 2 of its own would be lost. Gloria Millen and Richard Mill would pass away 8 days apart. This is a moment of silence. And that'll do it for the third 5-week stretch that was in the Friday Night Mix, and I'll do another summary 5 weeks from now. And until then, so long for now.
He's on the green. Golfer 1 trying for birdie. Nicely done. Until next time, I'm Pat Summerall.
And I'm Peter Jacobson saying so long for Golden Tee Golf.